So if you've played a lot of End of Dragons and accumulated a bunch of its currencies, then you should probably start monetizing them. So this is how you can convert all your Imperial Favor and other End of Dragon currencies to gold. Alright, so the first currency will be Imperial Favor. You can get this by running events all over Cantha and consuming all the writs that you get from each map so that you can convert them into Imperial Favor. You can even get those writs from PvP and World vs. World reward tracks. You can also complete the weekly Jade Vault for some Imperial Favor. Now, when it comes to converting this currency to gold, you have 4 ways. To get started, you have to head over to this location in Saitang province and speak with this NPC. She will ask you for 4 statuettes before she offers you her items, and those statuettes can be obtained from completing the meta events in all the maps or buying them from the trading post. Now there's one of those statuettes that can be quite expensive, and this would be the Jade Gate statuette. Since you can only use those items once a week, you can still make some gold off of them if you get them on a daily basis from the different meta events. So keep 2 of those, once for every week, and then sell the rest. And this applies to all statuettes really, but some of them will give you less gold than others. Anyway, once you have provided her with all 4 statuettes, she will provide you with 4 loot boxes, and then she will offer you to sell her items, and what we are interested in are those loot boxes, this item, and these items as well. The loot boxes will provide you with these rewards, and opening them can net you a nice chunk of gold. But you can only purchase 5 of them each week, and this resets on a weekly basis. In my case, you will only see 4 because I already purchased one before the video. Okay, next, you can buy 2 of those to craft a Generation 3 precursor, and sell it at the trading post for something better than chump change. Those precursors can go up to 250 gold, and they can net you the most silver to Imperial Favor ratio. The only downside is that they can take some time to sell if you list them in the trading post. Next would be to buy those items and sell them directly at the trading post. But if you're still not aware on how to get research notes, I will leave a link in the description with a guide that goes over all the different ways in which you can get research notes. The final method to convert Imperial Favor to gold is by buying Antique Summoning Stone from Levias and Arbor Stone and selling them. But again, this is still a weekly thing, so you can only buy it once per week. Okay, the next currency will be Ancient Coin. To get this, you have to unlock chests all over Cantha. That's all there is to it, really. Now, let's jump into making gold out of it. Now, the first way is to buy the Antique Summoning Stones from Levias, similar to the Imperial Favor. The second way would be to visit this NPC in this location and buy Jade Rune Stones or the different recipes that they offer, and then unlock, craft, and sell the items at the trading post. Now, those recipes will require Jade Insignia of the Harrier, and if you don't have enough frank in your crafting station, then you can also sell the insignia instead of crafting the recipes. However, this will net you less gold. Okay, next. If you always end up with a bunch of junk that you always sell at the NPC using the sell junk button, then there is a different approach to that. You can get a currency called Jade Slivers by converting your junk into, well, Jade Slivers. To do that, you have to get a recycler Jade Slivers item, which can be purchased from the trading post or crafted at a jeweler. The recipe can be purchased from those NPCs and then has to be placed in the Jadebot using a Jadebot workbench. After doing all this process, every junk item that you get will no longer be placed in your inventory, but rather will be converted into Jade Slivers and placed in your wallet. This currency can be monetized in so many ways really. Just go to this guy in Arborstone and see all the items that they have to offer. I would personally save up for the shipments, but you can take your pick on this one. Okay, next up is Canach Coin. But this video is not the video for you to understand how you can make gold from this currency because it's trash. Okay, now let's talk about research notes. Again, if you want to find out how to get them, check the link in the description. And when it comes to gold, there are so many ways in which this can be done, and not all methods involves End of Dragons only. First is the same Harrier recipes that we went over in the Ancient Coin part of the video. These recipes would require research notes, so this is one way to go with it. The second method would be to craft and sell Jadebot cores. I personally craft tier 6 and sell that. I wouldn't really go all the way up to tier 10. Now you can do that by visiting any of these merchants and buying the recipe and then crafting the core at a jeweler crafting station. The third way would be to craft motivations used to unlock tier 2 and tier 3 rifts. This can only be done if you have Secrets of the Obscure though. You can do that at any crafting station that is rank 400 by using essences that you get from closing rifts, and a bunch of other material as well. If you're still not aware of how this process works, the full video for this will be linked in the description below. Anyway, that's all there is to know about the currencies in End of Dragons. There's also a shit ton of other currencies that the game has to offer, and I'm definitely gonna do a video on each one of them on how you can convert these currencies into gold. You can even find some of them already in my channel, so if you haven't taken a look yet, please go ahead and check out the channel, see what is available. For example, you can find converting Karma into gold, or even Spirit Shards into gold. I will leave the link to those in the description below. Now, if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments, and if you have anything additional to add that might benefit new and old players, also leave it down in the comments. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.